Qi Elements presents Tai Chi-based balance training. Introduction. Welcome to Qi Elements video on Tai Chi-based balance training. Tai Chi is well known for its benefits in strengthening balance and preventing falls. However, the Tai Chi form as traditionally taught is very complicated to learn. That's why we're doing this video, to show you a few techniques taken from Tai Chi exercise that can help you improve your balance and leg strength without the difficulty of memorizing the long Tai Chi sequence. Static balance training. Wuji stance. The first posture I'm going to show you is the Wuji posture. It is the posture we use before beginning the Tai Chi form. In the Wuji posture, the weight is even on each leg. The feet are about hip width apart, the toes point straight ahead. The head is gently lifted as though suspended from a string. The gaze is level, the shoulders are down and relaxed, and your arms hang relaxed by your sides. The knees are slightly bent and the buttocks are tucked under slightly. As we stand in the Wuji stance, we try to find any muscles that are working that don't have to be working and relax those muscles. Standing in Wuji is an excellent way to feel your root and center. It's useful if you have a full-length mirror that you can stand in front of to be sure that your center line is straight up and down, that you're not leaning to one side. And if you use the mirror, turn to the side also to be sure that you're not leaning backwards or leaning forwards unconsciously. Stand in Wuji posture for, in the beginning, maybe 3 minutes, and build up to longer and longer intervals. You will find that as you increase the amount of time you spend in the Wuji posture, you will have a tremendous feeling of relaxation and centeredness. When standing in Wuji, it is very important to master the feeling of having your head gently lifted and your gaze level. If you let your head droop down, you will have problems with your balance in all of the other exercises. If you are able to stand in Wuji with stable balance with your eyes open, the next step in balance training would be to close your eyes in the Wuji posture. If you aren't able to maintain your balance in Wuji, we recommend that you see a physician to see if you have any physiological problems that are affecting your balance. Empty stance. The next Tai Chi posture I'm going to show you is called empty stance. So in empty stance, we have the foundation foot at a 45-degree angle to straight ahead. The empty foot is placed in front of the foundation foot at a distance where you can easily pick it up and place it down again. Only the ball of the empty foot touches down, the heel remains slightly raised. The buttocks are tucked under, the shoulders are down and relaxed, and the head is gently lifted. Again, if you can use a full-length mirror to check your posture, and be sure you're not leaning back, leaning forward, or as you look in your mirror, not tilted to one side or the other. In empty stance, the feet are placed so that the heels are close together but not crossed. So we don't want to stand like this with our heels crossed. We will not be able to maintain balance, but also we don't have a very wide stance. It's a narrow stance, but the heels not crossing. Now in the empty stance, the arms can be placed this way with the hands on the hips, or you can assume the posture called embrace the moon on the chest, where the arms are placed like this. This is very good for strengthening your lower back and training the Tai Chi skill of Pong posture, resilience in the arc of the arms. If you wish to train embrace the moon on the chest, but you find the shoulder height posture too difficult to sustain, you can work gradually into the posture by placing your hands here to begin, and over time, slowly raising the level up to hands at shoulder height as your arms strengthen. Stand in empty stance until you feel very solid in this stance. And when you achieve that level of balance, then close your eyes. And close your eyes in empty stance. And again, your arm posture can be with the hands on hips or the embrace the moon on the chest. And a reminder, just as in the Wuji, as you have your eyes closed, do not let your head droop down. Golden Rooster stands on one leg. The next technique I'm going to show you from Tai Chi is the Tai Chi stance. Golden Rooster stands on one leg. The Golden Rooster stance looks like this. Again, the foundation foot, just like in the empty stance, is at a 45-degree angle to straight ahead. The other leg is lifted so that the thigh is parallel to the floor, the toes point down and slightly inward. Again, in this stance, you want to be careful not to lean back or lean forward. And the arms are placed like this, with elbow and knee lining up. The chest is slightly hollow. And the head is gently lifted. Buttocks are tucked slightly under. You may think that it's quite a leap from the empty stance to Golden Rooster stands on one leg, and it's true. So, in order to make the transition easier, we can use several stages in between empty stance and Golden Rooster. And going through these stages, we lift the empty leg and try to hold it up for longer and longer times until you can transition to the leg being lifted with the thigh parallel to the floor. This may take quite a while, but persist in your practice and you will achieve it. Another aid you can use in transitioning from empty stance to Golden Rooster stands on one leg is to hold the arms out like this, as though you were a tightrope walker. This makes it a little easier to hold the balance as you lift up the leg. And as your balance improves, you can gradually reduce the use of the arms until you can transition to the full Golden Rooster stands on one leg stance. Another way in which you can ease your transition from empty stance to Golden Rooster is to use something like a chair, a high back chair, or a wall perhaps, to steady your balance as you lift the empty foot. So you would just touch down when you need to steady your balance as you gradually succeed in raising your leg higher and higher. Now, I've demonstrated the stances on the right side only, but of course in your own practice you want to devote equal time to each side. So do practice the empty stance on the left side and also the Golden Rooster on the left side.